Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. Trading. I just thought I'd talk about trading today. Nothing in particular per se. Just different thoughts on trading. Maybe some philosophy. Let's just see what happens. I don't really have an agenda. Okay, we can look at the dashboard. Those of you who are receiving the donational indicator updates, it's a new month, November, so I'll be sending out the next batch probably sometime next week. We also have some interesting events coming up this week. Right now it is Tuesday, November the 1st. And tomorrow, Wednesday, we've got the FOMC. And then on Friday, we've got the NFP. So price is going to get pretty crazy. And what we're looking at here is just the dashboard. I think I haven't really made any significant changes to it. I think there's maybe a couple little minor bugs that I've gone in and fixed. I've been busy trading the past week or so. I had a really good month last month. If I could do that every month in about a year or two, I will have added some significant funds into my account. So let's just see what happens. Can't get too cocky though. You have to treat the market with care at all times. And as you can see here, or maybe you can't see, but it is the start of Tuesday. It's just 2 o'clock in the afternoon here on the West Coast, which means 5 o'clock on the East Coast, which means the market Monday closed and now Tuesday open. So we're in the Australian New Zealand session right now. So as you can see, nothing much happening on the charts. And if you're wondering what these lines are, those are pivots, and we've got some yesterday low line, yesterday high line. And this is an indicator that I modified, and the most recent modification was I put in the weekly pivots and also the monthly pivots all in one indicator, so I don't have to drag a bunch of indicators on the chart. So let's see what we have next. Oh yes, I mentioned NFP and FOMC. And so you can see here 11-2, it's already starting, but these numbers won't have any significance really until after the FOMC is announced. But it's already putting in the highs and the lows. That's close minus high and close minus the low for the FOMC dates. And NFP dates, well, 11-4 will come here in a couple of days. But what you might want to do is look at the charts for the different pairs you want to trade and really pay attention to where price has been. You can see here we got rejected just above the October 12th high. Okay, you can see here we're 13 pips below that high. And you can see right now we're at the, well, like I said, we haven't had today's FOMC, so this range is kind of funny, but after the announcement it'll spread out. And you can see here we've got the August 5th low of NFP, and it's kind of hard to see here, but this is actually the March 4th high of the NFP, this dark blue line here. So that's what's going on here with the euro, and you can see we've had a nice little run up. Might have some anticipation. If they raise interest rates, I think it's going to come way down. But we just have to see what happens, you know. You don't want to think, you want to react to what's happening. You want to anticipate it. But that's what we're looking at here on the NFP and the FOMC for the euro. We might want to look at the British pound because it too has made a nice little move. You can see here off the bottom. So once again, if they decide to raise interest rates, I would assume the pound would get smashed. I can't see anybody really wanting to be long the pound unless you're just trying to take advantage of some of these bounces here. But I sure don't want to be caught long the pound. No, no, no. New Zealand dollar's been an interesting trade. It's hitting some highs and getting smashed back down. And for those of you who read some of my forum posts, somebody asked me, said, hey, are you going to Yale now? It's like, no, I've become much more of a red rat than a green rat. I mean, when I look at this, it's just like, yeah, I want to short off the highs. I mean, there's very few pairs that I can think of that I want to be long, because just financial news across the world is just bad. I mean, even, the dollar Canadian, I mean, sure, you might pick something off these lows here, but I'd still almost rather, look for the shorts. Let's see, we had, what was it? The weekly open, I believe, right here. And I was over a friend's house and I saw it gapped up. So I just put the short on. I took it off because I was using my tablet, and I really don't like it. I'd much rather trade from a laptop. But had I just left it alone, there was a lot that could have been made. And so had a second chance right here, and I think I nabbed some of that. But that's usually what I'm looking for. The only longs, I might try dollar Canadian long if there's something with oil news and it's down in the ATR zone. Then I might go for a long. But other than that, I can't think of any other pair. Maybe the euro yen when it's way down in this area. Down here, I was definitely... I was long in some of these spots. I didn't hold it. Hindsight, geez, if I'd only held my 112s or 113s. But that I didn't, so. And then you can see here, it failed to make a new high. It got smashed, pushed back down. And the same with the dollar yen. You can see here, it's been making some significant moves up, and then the bears took over and it put it back down. So what's kind of interesting here with the yen, look at right here. We've got the 10/7 or October 7th NFP high was right here. And so you can see the bulls came in and defended. Okay, we've got the weekly S1. It touched and moved up. And also the monthly pivot point. Right there, it moved up. So a lot of lines of defense here. A lot of lines of defense here. And you can see here, on the upside, the June and July low of the NFPs, they were, only about 7.4 pips apart right there, or 74 points apart. So you can see where the yen has been. Actually, maybe if I switch this over to a daily chart, might make it a little bit easier to see. So you see here, here's the high NFP. Here's the low NFP. So it was kind of like in no man's land, because you see here, minus means below, plus means above. Okay. And equals means between. So this means on the 9.2, there's the 9.2 high, and here's the 9.2 low. So what that means is prices between the 9.2 high and the 9.2 low of the NFP day. And you can see here, looking back, how these lines just seem to tell a story where price goes, where it stays between. So that's why I've started to use this in my trading, just to sit back, look at it, analyze price, and go, okay. And as you can see here, it's telling why I like being a red rat. But, you know, the green rats, they actually had a couple of feasts here. And this 100 area was defended, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different times or more. You can see that. It's very clear in this chart. And that's the alert from the TRO dashboards inside the central pivot range. Okay, so you can see here, price moved inside the central pivot range. Right there. Okay, like I said, just kind of some different thoughts. Philosophy trading, you know, a lot of people, they're still searching. Pick one method, master it, learn it inside and out. I mean, trading is simple, up, down, buy, sell. It's, you know, all this multi-time frame, multi-chart period stuff. I mean, hey, I admit I used to subscribe to it. In fact, if you look at it, you know, I've got the candle color indicators and I've got my multimeters, you know, these type of gauges. But the reality check is, you know, you put a horizontal line on the chart and price comes to the line, you just trade in the direction of price moving. You're not going to be wrong that often. I mean, okay, here on this day, if you came down here, okay, I go short. Well, you know what? I guess you were wrong up until this point, which is only 12 pips, because here's another line. It's going long at the line. It's going up at the line, so you should be buying. So, I mean, let's just be real, you know. Oh, you know, it's in a downtrend, but no, it's in a counter trend. You know, all that stuff is just talk. I mean, you know, there's all different levels of traders. We're all different places on the path. And people, some people just want to sound, I don't know what, self-important, smart. I think, what is it? Nicholas Nassim Taleb says, you know, he calls them the intellectual yet idiots, the IYIs. I mean, they're trying to just talk. He says, you know, economists don't know anything. That's why the economy's in such a mess. These guys are worthless. So the thing is, just keep it simple. You know, pick a method. Just trade the line. You know, focus on your money management. Don't risk too much on any one particular trade. You know, take your stops. You're probably not going to win them all, but at the end of the week or month or session, you should come out green. It's just that simple. I don't know what else to say about that. You know, people are just always looking to tinker with things and to add to things. And it's like water. You know, Bruce Lee talks about water a lot. You know, it's like, be like water. Water's pure. It's hydrogen and oxygen. You know, if water is not pure, you don't add anything to it. You remove the contaminants from it. There's no, I can't make it any simpler. I mean, I've sent most of you, you know, all you need to know about trading. It's just very, very simple. I've got the video out there, all you need to know about trading. And if you just follow that, you can be profitable. I mean, sure, I've got lots of different methods. I come up with different statistics all the time. But that's just because I'm a programmer and I can't help myself. But as far as tried and true, what do I trade? I trade these horizontal lines. I mean, you know, I trade the highest open, lowest open. I trade it out of the ATR zone, out of the rat zone. Okay? And it's just that simple. Oh, I had a blank chart. I was thinking maybe I'd show another indicator or something, but we're running out of time. You're probably tired of hearing my voice. So anyway, fellow traders, as always, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. TheRumpledOne, signing off.